Hey folks, Adam Mills Ammunition. Hope you are well. I just want to thank all the folks that have subscribed, shared and commented on our recent videos about, all of our videos, but we've picked up a bunch of new subscribers, which is awesome. Glad to have you. Thanks for coming. Mills Ammunition, small family-run, veteran-owned ammunition business in Huntersville, North Carolina. So come check us out. So today I want to talk about the letter that Everytown sent Ruger on Monday. Today is the 6th. You know, if you've watched my first two videos, this is the exact reason why I said that this action of Glock pulling all of their Gen 3, 4, and 5s from distribution as of November 30th was such a huge 2A deal, because it essentially creates an additional playbook for the gun grabbers, the Everytowns, the Giffords, and all the blue state AGs that are just having a field day with this stuff. You know, this is a new play in their playbook. And I said it in my first two videos. You know, Glock making the decision that they did was a big deal. It just is. If you go back, I'll link the two videos down below. Moving away from the 3, 4, and 5s doesn't change any of the lawsuits that are out there. And I believe there's 5. I had some people comment. The New Jersey one, there's a lot more states that are associated with that, but there's 5 main ones. So I'm going to read just some parts of this letter that Everytown wrote Ruger, just so you can get an idea of what's going on. On behalf of Everytown for Gun Safety Support Fund, we write with respect to an urgent matter of public safety. As Ruger is no doubt aware, certain handguns, most notably pistols made by Glock and others copying the same design. So the issue is the RXM. Okay, now if you remember, that came out late 24, so hasn't even been out a year yet. One of the big things about the RXM is that it is compatible and highly customizable. That's Ruger's pitch. And if you go look at a lot of the reviews, people love these guns. I mean, absolutely love the RXM. It is a little bit of a different take. Obviously, it's not a Glock. You know, they have the same sort of fire control that SIG came out with, so that separates from the gun, which is interesting as we go on here. But or separates from the frame, I should say, and that's the serialized part. Okay. Glock and others copying the same design have been easily modified into machine guns that fire fully automatically with the insertion of a readily available, but illegal, machine gun conversion device. The frequency of shootings with such pocket machine guns has skyrocketed in the past several years. Instead of, I want you to hear this. Instead of shunning such a design, Ruger appears to have run toward it, designing its new RXM handgun introduced in December of 2024 to mimic a Glock and to be customizable with the same aftermarket parts, Gen 3s. As Ruger must have known, introducing such a design into the marketplace risks exacerbating the proliferation of illegal machine guns on the streets and further endangering American lives. It goes on to talk about Shadow Systems saying, hey, we're not gonna I guess they're pulling their cruciform triggers as well. One little part here too, and this is the last part I'll read. Given the prominence of the issue, it would be impossible for Ruger to be unaware of the national crisis of DIY machine guns. Same exact premise. And this premise is that Glock, now Ruger, now Shadow Systems, we're talking about the RXM, because that's who this letter is to, knew that they had a design issue and sold the gun anyway. That changes everything in the gun manufacturing space. It's a great place to start for the Everytowns, the gun grabbers, and the AGs. An absolute perfection. So this issue really is going to, striker fired polymer guns with cruciform triggers, semi-automatic, no hammer, striker fired. Well, the issue is that these semi-automatic guns, and I'm no gunsmith, but what I can tell you is that guns can be converted to fully automatic, semi-automatic handguns, semi-automatic rifles can be converted. I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't do it if I did. But that being said, when you are a manufacturer and you have to take into consideration that you are going to get sued, like it's going to happen, you have got to pad in the cost of litigation into your price of manufacturing and development. 1,000%. 1,000%. That is going to drastically change the price of guns, which is part of the ploy that the gun grabbers are trying to achieve here. Mark my words. What will Ruger do? Everytown is calling for them to pull the RXM. Will they pull the RXM? I don't know. I don't know. Will they go the way of Glock? Don't know. Don't know if that's what they're going to do or not. Their systems is different, right? It is different than the Glock. They have a fire control device inside of there. That's the trigger bar, all that stuff is a piece, just like the modular SIGs. So it's a little bit different. Maybe it's easier for them to make changes. I don't know if you make changes what that does. Maybe for Ruger, maybe if they make some changes, that avoids the current litigation situation that Glock is in and will not get out of. Those cases will be litigated. The real way this all ends, and it's scary, folks, it's scary. You've got to be a part of this. You've got to be a member of Gun Owners of America, NRA, NAGR, whatever one warms your heart, that's the one for you. But you've got to get involved in this, because this is a 2A fight that's going to be a huge deal. I'm telling you, this product liability is the playbook that they are going to run with till they die. They found it and they're working on it. And this is a whole new attack, and it's going to be repeated over and over again. Especially any semi-automatic polymer gun, I think is a great place for these folks to start, and that's where they're going to start. So, remember, there is a law that changes all of this, right? That could stop all of this. The Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act. That's a mouthful. That's supposed to make the change. That's supposed to protect the firearms dealers from these exact lawsuits. Let's see if it does. I don't see any other way than this going to the Supreme Court. So, folks, it is more important now than ever, especially with the losses in state government over this last election. I'm telling you, folks, get a hold of the GOA. I love them. NRA. NAGR, but you've got to be a part of it, because this is a real deal, and it's coming. We'll have to see what Ruger does. I really hope they stand their ground. I think it behooves the industry, but it's going to take the NSSF to get behind them. It's going to take a lot of the other manufacturers to get behind them as well. We've got to fight this right now, or the 2A as we know it, which I think we are currently in the top of the 2A golden era, with a lot of the rights that we have, I think, are in desperate peril. So thank you for watching, subscribing, sharing. Remember, folks, this has been a Hold My Beer production, and we're all in this together. Thanks for watching.